the kinds of difficulties that people report are perhaps around what do you then do if an activity changes and the person was really expecting to be able to, visit a particular favourite place or see an individual, and that activity is no longer happening. And so sometimes staff will say, well, visual timetables are no good because we told the person that this activity was going to happen and that was in their visual timetable, and then that activity didn't happen and the person became really distressed and really upset. I'm sure that all of us have experienced times where something that we were really looking forward to and had planned for didn't happen, and where we might have been distressed or unhappy about the fact that that plan changed. But none of us said, okay, we don't want any information therefore about what's going to happen in the future because something might change. So yes, absolutely, there will be issues where a planned event doesn't happen and where that might then cause the person some distress. But they're not distressed about the fact that you have communicated about the event, and it's about the event not happening. And I think that it is better that people have a visual communication system, a visual timetable that where they can predict what might be happening, because then actually you've got a chance to prepare somebody. It's really difficult for people to be able to process things that are in the future, things that are about things that are happening in the future. So talking to people about tomorrow and just using words is really hard. If you've got a visual system for communicating that, you can indicate using that visual system. People find it really difficult to process negatives. And so saying to somebody, we're not going to the cinema, really hard for the person to be able to process, because what they'll be focusing in on is the cinema. If you've got a visual system set up, you can communicate that to the person in a much more concrete way, because what it enables you to do is to take away the photograph or the symbol, the thing that you are using to represent that trip to the cinema, and put something else in its place, so that the person is able to understand that cinema's not happening, we're going to be doing this instead. And yes, the person might be upset about the fact that the cinema's not happening, but that's not about the fact you've communicated it to them.